Hi guys, it's Chanel. Today is September 13th, and I thought I would do something special today for my service animal, Paxton. He works so hard for me, so I wanted to reward him and make him some special treats. Peanut butter is one of his favorite treats, so I'm going to make him some homemade peanut butter treats. What I use to make his treats, I'm going to start off with using whole wheat flour. I'm going to use all natural peanut butter. Now, I use all natural peanut butter, or you can use any peanut butter, but you want to make sure your peanut butter does not have a lixitor in it, because that can be harmful for your pet. So I just choose to use all natural peanut butter. I am using chunky peanut butter because he likes extra chunks in his peanut butter. Okay, so that's why I'm using that one. I'll also will be using baking powder. I'm going to need 1 egg, honey, 1 cup of water. I'm going to use a rolling pin. Don't laugh, it's little, but it gets the job done. I'm going to need this large bowl, a baking sheet, and just to make things fun, I'm going to use a bone cutout, and I'm going to switch between a bone and probably a little paw print. Depends on how thick it comes out. I've already, and I'm also going to use my blender. I've already pre-sorted
I
some of
said
my
blender,
ingredients
but I
out
meant to say
to
my,
get a
my
head
hand
start.
mixer.
So
I
let's
also
jump
found
on
this
in and
recipe
get
on
started on
Pinterest,
Paxton's
guys.
special treats. He's already circling around me, so he knows something's brewing for him. So let me just adjust the camera a little bit so you guys can get a full glimpse. Okay, I think you guys should be able to see now. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add in 2.5 cups of the whole wheat flour, which I have here already measured out. So 2.5 cups. Next, I'm going to add in 1 teaspoon, 1 teaspoon of baking powder. And what I like to do is I like to make sure that flour and that baking powder gets well incorporated in. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give that a slight blend now, just to make sure that it gets in to get together. I'm going to blend that on low. now that I have incorporated that, I'm just gonna take the spoon and get around the edges of the bowl. I want to make sure I didn't leave anything out, okay? Now, the next thing I want to do is I'm going to add that one egg. Now that I added that one egg, I'm going to blend. Now, as you can see, I was when I was blending, I was turning the bowl with my other hand. That's just because I wanted to make sure that I was getting all the flour, anything that was stuck at the bottom of the bowl. I wanted to make sure it was getting incorporated with the blend. So now I want to make sure, as I take that spoon, just to make sure nothing is stuck at the bottom. So you just want to make sure everything's getting stirred in. You don't have to, when making this recipe, you don't have to just stick to peanut butter. You can also add fun things to it, like carrots or bananas. But this time, just because I'm using just extra chunky peanut butter, I'm just gonna stick to just the peanut butter. So at this time, I'm going to add one full cup of the peanut butter, which this is here. I'm going to add that in at this time. Need a little backup here. Get that extra peanut butter off the spoon. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and give that just a good stir in before I blend it. also going to give you a glimpse of what it's going to be looking like. And just one moment. I'm going to get another spoon. So this is what it's looking like so far, okay? So before I go ahead and blend this, I'm going to take this opportunity and I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of raw honey. Okay. I think I got it all. Now I'm going to go ahead and give this a blend. Okay, so I want to show you guys what it's looking at, what it's looking like. This is what it's looking like, okay? So now you want to add the final step, which is the 1 cup of water. And then you want to give it a blend. Now, if you notice, I didn't blend it that long after I added the water because it turns into a paste. So that way it's easier actually for you to then turn it with the spoon, okay? smells so good. So far, guys, this is what it's looking like. Okay. So now I'm gonna go ahead and try to give it another blend. The only problem is when it gets to this stage, that's when it gets stuck in the mixer blades. So that's why I try not to mix it for too long, because I'll be digging it out of the mixer blades for the longest, if so. But we're going to try, I'm going to turn it on low just to incorporate it a little bit better than I can on my hands, because I do have weakness in my hands. So just to try to incorporate it a little bit better. And what I'm going to do is pull it back. To let the peanut butter slowly work its way off the mixer. But it worked out. Well, a little bit. There's a tad bit of a mess. Okay. I also guys, I want to step away at this time to turn my oven to let it preheat on 325, okay? So I'm going to step away to turn my oven on 325, and then I'll jump you guys right back in. Okay, guys. So my oven is now heating on 325. So what you do when it's stuck in here, you just take a smaller spoon and just knock it loose. No big deal. Okay. So if your peanut butter gets stuck in there, no big deal. Okay. So you actually could put this to the side now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to re-clean my work surface. Go ahead and eject these. Okay, so now we're ready to roll it out. That's why I'm recleaning the surface again. So what I want to do here is I'm going to take a little bit of the wheat flour. Okay, so sprinkle it here. Put a little on my hands. I'm gonna spread it out here. Then I'm gonna take a little bit and take this, and I'm gonna put some on my rolling pin. Okay. If you have a mat, you can use a mat. Um, that's fine. If you don't, you use the countertop like I'm doing. So now I'm gonna just take my batter. I'm gonna just form it into one big ball. Actually, I'm gonna do half and half. I'm gonna take half of this out. Okay. So as you can see, I left half in. Okay. I'm just manipulating it and to a ball. Okay. I'm gonna take my rolling pin. Now, however thick you want your treat, that depends on you. That depends on the size of your dog, um, or how big you want it. If you're giving it out in little gifts and little jars, that depends on everything. I'm just making these just for a snack. So I'm going to use my bigger bone. So I'm gonna roll these out, but I'm gonna make them pretty thin. Paxton likes thin treats. He doesn't like them too thick. He is a smaller dog, so his mouth is little. He doesn't like thick treats. They choke him, so he is a little guy. So I think I like. I think this will be good right here. I think I like the thickness here. So I'm just going to take this. I'm going to put a little flour on my bone. And I'm going to just dig in. Oh, how cute are these? And so you just lift the excess flour that's around it. If you mess up one or two, it's okay. And then you're gonna just take your sheet, your cookie sheet. I might need to use a little bit more flour because there's sticking. There we go. And you'll bake these until they're golden for maybe 8 to 12 minutes, depending on your oven. But I like to take these one step further. I'm going to show you a little trick that I use. If I can find it. So I'm going to take a fork and I'm just going to make little marks in them, just to kind of resemble a real bone. That's all. You don't have to do this. I just think it's cute. So I'm going to jump you guys back in. I'm going to repeat the process, and I'll jump you guys back in once I filled up my tray. Okay, guys, so this is how they look after I've used the cookie cutter. I decided to use different shapes. So here we have the bone shape, and we have the dog shape, and then we have the paw shape. So now we're gonna bake them at 325, and I'll jump you guys back in once they come out of the oven. I'm going to set the timer for, I'm gonna go for 12 minutes. Of course, I'm going to keep an eye on them. If they start to brown before then I'm going to take them out. But I'm going to set the timer for 12 minutes, stick them in, and once they're done, I'll tag you guys back in. Okay, guys, the timer is beeping, which means 12 minutes are up. So let's check on our cookies and our doggy cookies and see if they're ready. Oh, look how special they look. Okay, first I need to stop the timer before I scream. Okay, let's do that. I'm going to get a spatula and check to see if they are crispy on the top and the bottom. They are. They could be a little more crispier though. I think I'm gonna let them go for a few more minutes. They're still a little soft, and I know Paxton likes his a little crunchier. So I think I'm gonna go for maybe 5 more minutes. But this is ultimately how they look. Okay. So I'm gonna put these back in for maybe 5 to 7 more minutes. I gotta check the top row and see how they are doing. Ooh, almost lost a soldier back there. See, the top ones look crispier. I need to fix that because he's sliding off. Let's check this one. Let's see. These are a little harder. That's the way he likes his. A little crispier. These are a little thinner than the bottom bunch. So this batch is actually done. I'm going to leave this batch out to cool. So there you have it. These are nice, friendly doggy treats that Paxton is going to share with some of his doggy friends in the neighborhood. Once they're cool, I'll get his reaction and let you guys see if he likes it or not. So I'll tap you guys back in before I say goodbye. Okay guys, so I'm back and have Paxton here, and he's gonna try one of his treats, okay? So Paxton, you let mommy know how this tastes, okay? You let me know if this is thumbs up or thumbs down, okay? What? Well, he left with it, so my guess is that it's thumbs up. When he leaves with something, that means it's good. So it's Cheagle Beagle approved. Thumbs up for the snacks. As always, guys, thank you for watching. Be good to yourself. Love yourself. Love someone else. Until next time, peace and blessings. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.